So over the years, I've had plenty of messages asking about my Taft boots, and so I figure it's time for a quick update. It's been a good 3 years rocking these Taft Rome boots right here in Oxblood. And for a little background on the boot, besides being one of Taft's most popular boot styles, it's also a beautiful cap toe boot that's equal parts refined and casual, which is appropriate when worn day or night. This pair in the oxblood colorway is dressy enough to wear with a blazer and chinos, and casual enough to wear with a flannel shirt, puffer vest, and woolen trousers. As for how they've held up over the past 3 years of wear, my Taft Rome boots, they've seen numerous bars and nights out, as well as casual outings, running errands, grocery shopping, and definitely worn on plenty of dates. And if you're wondering, yeah, they still get plenty of compliments. So are these boots still comfortable? So it's safe to say that they've only gotten more comfortable over the years. And while there is no custom cork insole like with my Allen Edmonds Dalton boots, the insoles are still pretty well cushioned and they don't cause my foot or heels any discomfort at all. And so I could be walking all day in these and it's all gravy. It's one of the more comfortable boots and lighter boots in my rotation, which is refreshing since some of the more rugged boots I have are weighted like bricks. Additionally, the interior leather here is soft as ever with that smooth glove leather lining. The Taft boot gets an A grade for long-term comfort. So how's the leather holding up? So one of the boot's highlights is the super soft and supple full grain leather, this leather upper right here. And it's got this pebble textured blend with this smooth leather that is emblematic of Taft's overall unique aesthetic. They're just not nearly as wild as their other pairs like the Jack boot, for example, which feature decorative boots with florals and all kinds of crazy prints. The leather here though is quality stuff as there is no cracking. In fact, it's softer than ever, especially around the creases, which is natural looking and not one bit unsightly like my Thursday President's creasing on that leather boot. Moreover, the oxblood color hasn't faded, but you can still see plenty of light and dark gradients of brown and purple, which is kind of like a car's chameleon color shift wrap in that it's distinctive in its own right. And finally, that gash along the cap toe, it hasn't gotten progressively worse and there's no new prominent marks or scarring on the leather. Granted, I don't beat these boots up, but I don't baby them either. And so all in all, good stuff with this leather's longevity. So what about the boots' outsoles? So the boots' outsoles are an area for some concern. The rubber studded grips for traction along the balls of the feet, they've, worn down a great deal, and worse yet, they're no longer grippy. And so the rubber is hardened and it's more slippery in wet conditions, which is really the opposite of their intended purpose. I like to recommend a new type of rubber to be used for these outsoles, something maybe like a Vibram rubber that's proven to be much more durable and weatherproof over a long period of time. All in all though, these soles are wearing down naturally and I can still see them lasting another season or two before it's time for a little bit of an upgrade. So are there any issues with the construction of the boots? So all Taft boots, they are constructed with a rapid Blake stitch, which is actually, it looks like a Goodyear welt on this pair here. But thankfully they're able to be resoled once the soles wear down, just not as easily as a Goodyear welt. I haven't yet had to resole these boots, but maybe in another year or two, it might be time. Overall though, the construction is still solid and the stitching remains firmly intact. The wood construction, besides the natural wear and tear over time, shows no signs of cracking or breaking apart, so that's good. And thankfully there are no sole splits on these boots here since it's wood on wood. Unlike, the Thursday boots, all three of my Thursdays have a little bit of that sole splitting there, so that's always been an issue. But no issues here. And so before I go, I want to quickly cover sizing and pricing since it has been a good 3 years now. And so the sizing is still the same. They carry sizes 6 through 15 without any half sizes. And so it's recommended to size down if you're between sizes. And keep in mind that they still don't offer wider widths, which is a shame considering competing DTC brands like Thursday Boots do offer the wider widths. So for the price today, the Taft Rome boot comes in at $295, which is a $20 increase from 3 years ago, which isn't all that bad. And while they didn't really offer online sales 3 years ago, Taft does mark down their prices typically around the holidays for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, from what I've noticed. And finally, they do have a last chance sales tab on their website, which they offer some pretty decent discounts, so you might want to check that out. So in the end, are Taft boots still worth it? So my concerns about durability have gone away in the past 3 years that I've been wearing my Taft boots. I'd say that Taft is well worth the price tag. So 3 years after my original review, the popular Rome boot is still under $300, which I consider an entry-level boot. So along with other brands like Thursday Boots and Beckett Simonon, Taft I think is an excellent choice for men or women looking to invest in their first pair of quality boots that get all the style points too. So I hope you enjoyed this updated video on the Taft Rome boots 3 years later. And yeah, they're still going strong, and they continue to be one of the most worn and well-worn pairs of boots in my rotation year-round. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and lightly tap that like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I put out new videos like this weekly. Got another one for you here and right here. So go and check one of those out. That's all I got for this video. Cheers to your style, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.